Yeah, welcome back at the Calf Empire. Today we want to explore the most important philosophical question that can eradicate all the differences out there. That can humans become watchers? You know, Enoch once in the past he was all his goal was to go and meet the watchers, and the watchers are the ones who were giving him knowledge. So the way it is like Enoch was acting like a droid, like something like like a computer, where the watchers were feeding information in there, and the information he get there is was the information how he was writing and having all the visions and giving it to the world. So today he was a human. He made the watcher. It means he never become that. He never become the watcher. So today we want to talk. Can humans become the watchers, the ones Enoch visited? Remember, we have already said that the watchers were the most powerful beings in the world, and they were watching over humanity, and they are the ones who designed heaven. And we have already spaced out that what heaven is and what the visions are, and we have also said about the uh, angelic beings that Enoch expressed out what they are. Now we want to say now, can humans become watchers just like the ones Enoch visited? Is that impossible? That is the most important question we want to say today. So be there, don't forget or don't miss this important message, because it's the only important message that can elevate you. Is the only important message that can uplift you, raise your consciousness to hyper consciousness. See, that is why I have much emphasis on bringing this knowledge back in the YouTube channel to say about who are the who can become the watcher and what is the way, how the rat can go like for you to become the watcher. If it's not possible, then you are also going to see it in the stream. It's always a catch here. I load this stuff on a CIA document. So to see you can today you can see that, yeah, almost fully covered the article how I get today. The information I have covered all this, and I'm going to read it for you. And once I read it for you, be able to understand what is on the paper and how can you become the watcher or not. Remember, it's always up to you. Go learning, and once you learn, then it's a key to everything. It's a key to elevate you. So it's a key to your inner freedom. It's a key to discover your universe within. It's a key to discover that you are divine, and the kingdom you are looking out for is not out there, it's inside you. So this is from fadom.com, and the title is Supernatural Phenom Week, and it said watchers in brackets, daughters of heaven and hell. See, remember, just viewing the to be daughters of heaven and hell, just is meaning to say heaven, there's heaven and there's hell. All these are being created, and there are two different separate forces to represent good and evil. It's the same thing there. Light, left, up, down. You see, things are in opposite direction. So these are daughters of heaven and what? hero. You see, if heaven exists, then hero exists. If hero exists, then heaven exists. So all these are just octaves that are inside our soul that we have there. That there's good and evil. It's for you to overcome these things. And once we say heaven, right now, it's already an illusion. It's not real. Once we say hero, it's already an illusion. It's not real. But these forces are the ones that help us to guide us for you to be at the optimal position, for you to attain homeostasis way of living, for you to attain your absolute, it's like the way Newton, Sir Isaac Newton said in the law of motions. See? And the way of what it says about the law of energy. Say energy can never be created or been destroyed, but it can be turned from one form to another. See? So what did the article say? It said the Watchers are a elite class of angels ranked as the third strongest angels. You see? It's like the article, the one who wrote the article was viewing it that it had a rank of third strongest angel of the angelic choir. You see? Remember in the vision of Enoch about heaven, he was having people, he was having these angels singing on the opposite. So all these were just image and visual representation of what he was seeing inside his or her mind. You know, inside just inside his mind. What really exists is the mind is the soul itself, and the soul contains everything because it have all the capabilities of positive and all the capabilities of negative. Once we add all the negative and positives together, they add up to zero, and that zero is contain every possibility. That's why it's nothingness. You can just view it as a void. A void. Once you have a glass like a cup, you find out that it's a void, but that void contains, just to look at that void, that it contains everything, all the positive and all the negatives. So all those positive and all those negatives, they can transform now into the atoms. They can transform to the way chemistry view things. It's because it's energy, it can transform to chemi, uh, uh, into chemistry. That is to say, now the all the forming now complex structures. See, like the glucose, like the glucose, like the word H2O. All those are complex structures that the energy can be transformed to. See, it can form to gas, that is the hydrogen plus, all those are complex structures. But in their view, they are coming from that nothingness. They are coming from all those possibilities of zero and the one that is there. So, and these Watchers now, it means they were ranked as the third strongest angelic of the angelic choir. What they now to him, it means what he was visual representation of those of those positive and the negative value of what he was having in his mind, because they can create matter, and if you put it to practice, you can create it out to make now someone objectively see what you have created and appreciate your creation, because everything starts from within. Starts from within. And they were after So ranked at the third strongest of the angelic choir. You see, all those visuals of what he was having. They were after seraphim to help fade off and seal the Levians away. You see, they were after seraphim to help fade off and seal the Levians away. So seraphims and the Levians, all these are the angels that Enoch had by then that were helping. So we have already said about who the angels, some representation. All this is metaphoric, and the real meaning to it and representation of what it is. Remember, it's all about you, the truth, the real meaning of what he was trying to say, and realize your divine power and be up there to become even the watch. They were the first angel tasked to protect humanity from outside threats. You see, they were the first one to protect humanity from outside threats. So, what happens with the Watchers? It means they were the ones who realize. Once you realize the good and the evil, you realize your divine. You realize that you are eternal being of immortal nature. That not like immortal like the way thing, but it means what I'm saying is it's something that has all the positive and all the negative value. That is to say, it's sinusoid waves of both the truth and the truth. Truth and the crescent that is contains everything that can be transformed. Once it's that, then it's up there to protect humanity from outside threats. So it means that it knows that this is a threat and it is not supposed to be part of that world it was creating. But eventually they fell in love with female humans. See, it means they were the watcher, they had everything, and they were in love to human, love to one another. It's not a bad idea. It's a good thing because love is what help you or everyone live and eventually upgrade up to higher levels of your being. So once they were in that, it means they were protecting everything that was there, and that was their core job, and it really helped them to raise others' consciousness, to raise those that were below, to raise those that we had that didn't had that consciousness to uplift up. That's what the watchers were doing, that and that were the goal of them to raise. They had the knowledge, and their goal is to make humanity reach their level. But the Enoch, by this time, it means he didn't know that the watchers is not. They weren't up there to give him information, but they were up there to help him grow and actualize. And the first angel tasked to protect human from outside, sealing Nephilim and teaching humanity on how to improve their society. You see, it's all about and how to improve their society. It means they are teaching them on how the society can be upgraded. So the knowledge they had, they are giving it to Enoch, and Enoch was the one who was giving it to the people around him. That how they can raise their self-awareness and raise up the society they were living in and make it great and make it a better place for living. That is what they were having, that were the watcher, that's what they were doing. So can you be the watch? Can you become the watch? It's all about you realizing your fullest potential. It's all about you realizing that you are eternal being that has everything. You are a soul, a Holy Spirit that contains everything. And that everything that you contain, it means it's up there that it can create everything into physical objects that the other can look at it and view it as something beautiful. That's why we said, don't look at the other as a threat. Look at the other, the way up to like look at the as the one you can learn from, the one who can also help you transform your life and become divine, just like them, and enjoy the creation you are having around you together as one. You can see simple and straightforward is all about you creating that, finding your divine nature and be up to that. And the fellow love with female humans, selling films and teachings humanity on how to improve their society, resulting in them being exterminated by their older siblings. You see, it means they were exterminated by their older siblings. It means they were repressed by their older siblings. It means it's just, of course, it's talking about, it's like once they fell in love with humans, they committed sin and they were exterminated. It means they were removed from the society because they committed sin. But this is not the case. Once you fell in love in something, it's not a problem. What you fell in love with up there is should be about it, making the society better society. You see, so once it's up to making better society, so it's not, you can no longer being exterminated from the society. It can never and will never happen. And then terminated by their older siblings. So it doesn't mean you can't be terminated by the older siblings because you have fallen in love with human. Just look at the way it was in the beginning, the way the Bible said about the Adam. Of course, it's also in here about Adam and Eve. For them to gain their liberation, they gained gnosis. What was gnosis about? They gained the knowledge. They are in love. They had what it was most the forbidden thing. The most forbidden thing is the one that they gained everything. Once they get that everything, then they realize their internal being and they realize they are not to be there is nothing out there. They realize that there is nothing out there they should bow down to worship. They realize that they are the ones who should create the universe according to their own will. They gain the gnosis, they gain the knowledge. If you want to know about Adam and Eve, you can read the Bible the way they have explained about the knowledge and also get gone to Gnostic teaching. Remember, Gnostic teaching, they all believe in gnosis, you see. So they were just going against what is in their head, being the most evil, and they are most evil in their head, in their up their vision or up their visual representation as the higher self of themselves was the Yaldabaoth. See? So the Yaldabaoth, when they are out in the horrors now, like in the way we're living in, they were projecting it to mainstream Christianity that the Yaldabaoth is coming from this. You see? While in reality, your higher self is all about the internet oxides where you can get knowledge and learn from and interact with the everyone worldwide and you know how others are living and how you should live your life and be of that same peace at the zero dimension. See? But if you are not up there, then you have the archetypes like you might like Christianity, they have the archetype of God and that octave is the one that means to themselves and close bwerane wanjana adana putawo sorry. Yeah, it's that the baby is more terrible. He was making noise than with my neighbors, you see. So they chose to brought her here so that he can take a bath and relax and start making that in. Yeah, noise. Although a few did not broke away of heaven's law and continue to fulfill their jobs. You see, so it's like the watchers, they are the one who carried the heaven's law, and they didn't broke anything to fulfill their jobs. So it means they had everything in them, and they were helping the society so that the society can reach to their level. So for you to reach up to that level, it's all about you to reach at hyper awareness. Once you reach at hyper awareness, then you can become the what? Because hyper awareness is all about you make an cautious. Use your reason, logical reasoning. Do not look at the other as a threat, but look at the other, the one you can learn from. Once you do that, then you can make yourself level up your awareness to hyper awareness. But once, because when you are doing this, make an cautious, it means you are living and the natural laws get you into phenomenological experience and the knowledge you are having, then the result is hyper awareness because you now realized that the other is no longer a threat at all, it's the one you can learn from, and you realize that you have all these divine sparkles in you that is there to interact in the horrors and live life and enjoy life like the way the game is like when we are playing. And the watchers now refer themselves as the ones that continue to protect humanity. You see, it means the watchers now they said they are the ones to continue to protect humanity. It means once they choose that, it means they viewed something in humanity that is not that good. So they were afraid of what is happening. So they continue to protect humanity because it means they are the only ones who have the divine information, and that divine information they realize their higher self. What they've overcome the all types of good and evil. You see, they were up to over my like the way it is in a niche book about the arts of Zarathustra. Of course, it's more of intuition, where it's more like the Bible, something there. It's all about intuition, trying to direct you something to believe in. But at the end, you realize that the most important thing you have to become is to become the overman, realizing good and evil, realizing your divine nature, realize that you are internal being of mathematical information. You are not up for matter. You are not the matter that is out there, but you are internal being. You can still in service with the host of heaven. The Grigor, that is the watchers, refer to those that have abandoned their post. See, they have cut down their post, slept with human female. They slept with human female. So we say, your man, the best feeling that every human experience, that every human soul experience and enjoy. There are two. One is music. You also enjoy music because it counts. It's a sinusoid wave that contains mathematical information in form of 1 and 0, like the way it's not about in form of 1 and 0 like the way a computer code is, but it will have all the positive values and all the negative values. See, while a computer code is store information in form of 1 and zeros. So because it will have all the positive and the negative values, it means it enjoys listening. Why? Because it count, and human at your humanic perception of things, you can't even know that your mind is counting. It doesn't mean you can't 1, 2, 3, but your mind count. And the next one is sex. Your mind enjoy the last phrase that your mind enjoy is sex. It's the best prayer that every species on the universe enjoy without even knowing it. All the animals and humanity, they enjoy these three. Humanity souls enjoy these two forms of pleasure. Music, if they human is only humanity, they enjoy it by counting. While animals, they make those all the noises, they enjoy it because their mind counting. But human, the difference with animals and human, they are not aware that they are the way they are. While humanity, they are self-aware. Once you put on humanity on a mirror glass, it will realize that mirror's reflection is my reflection, and they can mold it the way it is. It wants to mold it. While you take an animal on a screen, the animal will hate that screen or can learn out of its own reflection. And the only problem now for humanity to create that divine society is because they haven't realized their internal self. So once they are on the mirror, instead of realize their divine self, they realize the soul within them and create something based on the reflection that is within. They download it from something. It's like they have looked at certain picture somewhere, you see, and they are on the mirror, they are painting the outfit they are in according to that mirror, you see, image they were viewing somewhere. In the end, they end up creating something that is completely different from what is within their self. In the end, forgetting the kingdom, the heaven, and the hell where they created the hell now from within. You see, instead of creating something that is coming from within. So once you have created from hell from within, then it means the reflection you are having out there when you are in the horrors is not coming from the kingdom you have within. In the end, you don't enjoy your own creation. You don't enjoy your own creation you are having in the horrors out there. You don't enjoy the experience you are having in the horrors. Why? Because it's based from shadow repression. So once it's from shadow repression, then it means it's not in line with the way they are advertised about, and the advertised behavior is even harder. So it's not about you downloading a picture from somewhere and start brushing yourself to be like of that picture. It's about you realize your divine nature, and the divine nature should create you for who you should be, and you are going to enjoy the rose. So first thing is first, realize your divine nature. Once you realize your divine nature, then everything will follow. And the Greek to those that have abandoned their post-selective human female Syrian Nephilim children, you see, Syrian Nephilim children like abusing the children, the angels, so that they, while still believing that they can go up there, feeding of human souls and align themselves with Lucifer during liberation against God. You see? So these, now they were the ones who have, they were rebelled, they were aligned themselves with Lucifer. It means they were the ones who just took it from there, where the Bible is that Lucifer saw that God is evil, so he was up for, they were, he was, the way Lucifer was in the, from the holy book in Genesis, he was working with God, and he realized his divine nature. So once he did that, because God in the Bible was the most powerful, so he was sending his angels up to the, and the Lucifer, the most powerful angel that God was in love with. So with what happened with Lucifer, he realized that the humans themselves can also become divine. In the end, he rebelled against whom? God. What happened when he rebelled against God? Because of the last word of the creative, because he said he was even a sinner. God punished him and he sent him to what? To hell. See? It was the only sin that made his pride that Lucifer committed. So it's like these now humans, they were copying it from there. Well, once they were copying, it means they didn't realize their divine nature. See? So once they didn't realize their divine nature, they were up for something that is not for them. See? They were up for creation of other beings, copying something, and they were, in the end, they were creating something that is not healthier for the society. So if it's not healthier for the society, what happens is always distraction and chaos. Why? Because one octa cannot live, hell cannot just exist. These things are independent of the other. You see, light, left, they are independent of the other. The one cannot exist. A is dependent on B. And B is independent on A. These things, they go dependent and independent, they are in conjunction for optimal balance. So for you to become the washer, the goal goes up to realize your financial, realize all the fullest potential, all the possible values you have within. Once you do that, then you are up for the goal. And the watchers are among the greatest angels, soldiers in the host of heaven for their swordmanship, ferocity, and authority. You see, like the soldier in the host of heaven. It's like once you become the watcher, you're the most. You have the also. Remember all the what were watchers giving? What were these watchers giving? Ubanga tunoizi kuziwa. Yeah, so that's what they were. Remember who were the watchers? They had all of the positive vibes. So what were they doing? They're giving out the. It's like projection from within, just taking a part and projecting out to Enoch, and Enoch giving it to society and making the society be divine. Because only the watcher that contain everything. You see? So it's up there for the humanity to reach of the at the level of the watchers. How they are going to reach there is all about gaining gnosis. That is gaining knowledge. Once they gain knowledge, realize their divine nature, then they will realize that inside them there is the whole universe there that is waiting for them to be out there, to be explored and enjoyed by other fellow reflections. You see, what happened once if they have chosen to realize their divine nature, it means they would have all up for making the Holos a better place and creating the beautiful society that everyone is gonna enjoy it. But if they didn't do that, then it means they will still be the only watchers that have the internal information. And it's like the few are creating and being enjoyed by the majority. And it cannot sustain for it cannot that diversity cannot sustain for long period of time. It means it have to change every time. The watchers have to be busy every time to change from one perspective to another perspective. Just part of them trying to help humanity realize their divine nature, that they are more than the way they look at the realities. So all this is just showing that the reality is not material, is immaterial. It means the reality is internal. Everyone have to realize this internal nature. Once you realize your internal nature, then you have the universe in you and all around you that is going to be explored and enjoyed by millions or billion people out there. But if you choose to be trapped in someone's creation without realizing your internal nature, then it's that hell you created from within. So what the hell is all painful. It sucks. It have destroyed the kingdom you have from within. So what's the kingdom from within have been destroyed? It means heaven for you is hard. Because these things they work in opposite direction at optimal level. That's what it is. And you have the authority, all the ferocity and authority is gonna be up to you if you realize just your eternal form. They answer to no one but God and the angels and the seraphim. You see, it's like because they were the most powerful thing, they answer only to God. So who is God? Is that eternal mathematical information, and this mathematical information, the forest that is up there and is all around is the all the possibility that is from your inner subjectivity to the frequency domain. Remember, the reality the frequency domain is that the one that contains nothingness, all the possibility for everything. And the projection we are having in the horus, the subjectivity of these acts that we are having in the horus is just a reflection from that source. You see? So those who in the horus who have realized that they only respect to the frequency domain. In the end, it's like they are becoming more like selfie, but they are not of that because they realize that the one, the app there is also internal. It have all the information it have, but it have chosen not to look to his or her own kingdom, or he have chosen not to look to become that divine and become the watch. It's not about becoming watching, because with this watch is all about you should just give everything more. Is watching is all watch at the created time, you see, and it's the time that erupts for that part of themselves to be projected out in the horrors, like the way they were giving it to Enoch. So if Enoch by then chooses to realize his advantage, he would have become the watch, but he chose the job of giving the information to the society to make a society better place. See, that was what it was like by this time. So you can now know that the job for you to become the watch, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. So about get knowledge. once you are gaining knowledge, there is phenomenological experience, and that phenomenological experience is what get you to realize your higher self. It's all about helping you to get to hyper awareness, and once you get to hyper awareness, then it means you have realized your divine nature, the kingdom in you, and you are ready now to explore it to others out there. Yeah, that is that I want to say today, guys. So it's a long stream. The only time I have even get up to 40 and 30 something minutes. But always be in touch with me. It was a hard article for every aspect that it is in there to be explored and explained to everyone. Yeah, that is that, guys. Thanks for today. Bye. See you in the next episode.